Boy got snaps like that go crack when you sitting in the trap. Got a cat, cause a rap might sniff out your back. I just let him click clap, give it back, oh it's a rap. I'm a R.A.P. soldier, thought I told you what the hold up, man, just roll up what you owe up, or it's over from the floor. We can go up if you show up with my dough, huh? But you don't know what R&B stands for, bruh. It's like religion and politics. No matter what you get, the subject to politics. You feel me? That's why the real bit moving through the field. See the Chi-Town boys on both coasts making noise. This ain't Rolls Royce rap. This is split your snapback. Business is business, and we gon' handle that. When you a visit, cause we know where you at. At your mama crib, scribbling them bubble bath raps. I make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. From the very beginning, I heard rock, I'm killing it. 1987, paying full, I was feeling it. I knew right at that moment what I wanted to be. I was already writing rhymes, but wasn't letting see. I used to box and them notes to burn. All the girls smiling up in the heat, they gave me a shot. I was buying my time, working on my lines. Couldn't freestyle yet, but I was practicing mine. First show, Books Wise Cafe. Martha White and Rod Strickland in the house that day. Rock the blow, put the show live on cable TV. Listen up, everybody, WCB. We was ready to rock. Me and John on the beatbox. Slow started off hot. People starting to pop. Then we get to the part. Y'all break it down, I bring it back. My boy Cassell did his part and said they always do that. I make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this. I'll make them clap to this. Make them clap to this.
Whoa. What it do, people? What it do? Man, John Shat, salute to you, my brother. Salute to you. Excuse me. Man, what's up with the peoples, man? I hope everybody having a good Saturday, man. But man, I want to touch down on, man, it's like, man, Chicago's like is the topic of discussion nowadays, I see. You dig? And man, Mr. Charleston White, the Texas man, I don't even know what to call the brother, you know. Now don't get me wrong. Some of the things the brother speak about, I actually agree with him on. I understand his stance on a lot of things. L Blue, what it do. Man, thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I actually agree with Charleston White on a lot of things that he speak about as far as trying to talk to the youth and, you know what I mean, save the youth. I respect some of the things how we feel about some of the shit the rappers be on. That's real disrespectful and hurting our neighborhoods. But right now it's like he trolling everything about, you know what I mean, Chicago at the moment, you know. And I seen him go in on Bo Dill. And a lot of people, man, if y'all don't know Bo Dill is a real official OG cat, come from my era, and he well respected around the city, man. And I mean, Charleston White, right, like really coming at this brother, because all he basically said was, man, like, you know, that King Von them rest, man. I mean, the brothers in the grave, man. Stop disrespecting like that, man, because you can't be mad at the drill rappers and the young shorties for doing that, and you doing the exact same thing. You know what I mean? So Mr. White goes real on a real rant, tantrum, disrespectful, giving them the SMDs and all of that. But man, he don't even understand. Bo Dill is one of them brothers, man, that are really he on peace right now. He really on some positivity, trying to talk to the youth, and the youth respect the brother because he done did his thing out there. He done done everything from the gang banging to the representation. And this he was a Blackstone. Came off the north side of Chicago. And a lot of people get it twisted about the north side because the north side, that's right off of the downtown area where you'll see a lot of the gay community and a lot of the Caucasian community in there. But it's pockets on that north side where it's gang bang central. So a lot of people get it mixed up and misconstrued, like, because the brother come from that end of the town. That's something soft about it. But Bo Dill was real official. He was stamped. He actually was a real member, had a seat, had one of them top seats representing the whole, organization in that community. So, you know what I mean? And Charleston White coming at him, real disrespectful, talking about what he'll do to this brother, this, that, and the third. Man, it's like, man, everybody not playing. Just because you see them on this internet and see them on some positive stuff don't mean you can violate their manhood and violate, say anything out your mouth to them, man. But man, real shout out to Bo Dill for keeping it grown and telling that brother, man, he even invited Charleston White to Chicago, man. Like, man, let's sit down so we can have a conversation. Yeah, he's been disrespecting a lot of people lately for no real reason. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna get hurt. Yes. And it's like, man, Bo Dill invited him, like, man, come to Chicago, man, so we can have a sit down and people can understand where you're coming from. And you can also understand what this side of the country is dealing with and why people think and come off the way they do. Charleston White took it like he was trying to set him up. And you ain't finna get me that. And Bo Dill ain't even know he's not a snake type dude. He's not, man, Charleston White would have been able to come in safely, be there safely the whole time he was there, and get back home safely. It wouldn't have been no backdoor situation. That brother don't even move like that. That's not his character. None of the above, But Charleston White just going in, real disrespectful. And it's like, man, Chicago is like, for starters, us older cats, we don't condone or, approve of any of that shit them little shorties doing in the drilling. So when you see an older cat in there trying to put his hands on these kids, that don't mean he rocking with what the hell they talking about. I mean, because Bo Dill is against all of that, man. He's actually he got a situation going with the gloves up, guns down, movement up, where he trying to get these brothers boxing. He had a whole bunch of situations set up where it was outside of Chicago, over in California, where it would have been legit situations. If y'all got problems and beef, I'll get up in there like man and man, fight it out, man. And that way wouldn't have been one side could bring more people there and have guns and that, all that type. It was going to be on a whole nother side of the country where it could have been a straight up, pretty much a celebrity boxing match type situation. You know what I mean? So he's trying to do shit in a positive form. This brother just trying to pull him down and trying to get somebody to jump out of there, jump off their square and do some crash out. You know what I mean? Which ain't something you should be trying to do. You shouldn't be trying to get brothers to just jump off the damn cliff, man, just for views. And you know what I mean? From what I understand from what people say, in real life, everyday form, Charleston White's actually a good guy. This is this image he portrays on the internet. He calls it it's like he's acting basically. This is the way he can, get in tune for people to listen to him. But he goes too far with some of the stuff he says. He's on King Yellowback. Now mind you, King Yella he do sucker ass shit. He do embarrassing shit at times. But King Yella is one of the members from Chicago. He's known. The people do know King Yella. Is King Yella respected like that? Not by most. You know what I mean? But he's still, he living in Vegas now. He got up out of Chicago years ago and stayed gone. which was smart on his part. But it's like he coming at King yelling like, man, I kill your baby, I pee in your baby mouth, and come on, like, dude, some stuff you going too far. You know what I mean? You're going too far, man. And the reality is, some dudes take that, man, to heart. And you get to talking about people, kids and things like that, man. That'll give you a Charleston ain't rap too tight, man. He definitely he ain't right, man. And it's like, man, he found a lane because when he was coming just strictly positive, coming straight on the movement for the people, he didn't get a whole bunch of notoriety. So once he came with this Rat Williams mantra that he had, he started getting more publicity. So and he done ran with it now, and it's like, man, you going, and I agree with, don't get me wrong, I agree with a lot of things Charleston White talk about. I agree with a lot of things, the way he thinks. He's not all wrong. I mean, you going to super start violating men just to violate them because he has this kick where y'all come to Texas, we can open carry here. Come to Texas, I'ma lay you down because he putting guns all in the cameras. I put this in your mouth, suck it, suck it, suck it. Like he doing too much, man. And it's like, man, he didn't, and now he's saying he didn't call Bo Deal's parole officer. I mean, not excuse me, King Yellow's parole officer, because King Yellow so-called threatened him back. So now since you're on parole, you're not supposed to make any type of terroristic threats and all that type of BS. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, you can't throw a line out there and expect a man not to take the line when you go so far with it. Then as soon as they take the line, now you want to play the police game. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You doing sucker shit. It's like Chicago is the easiest scapegoat for the attention, for the conversations right now. And it's like, man, everybody in Chicago ain't no clowns. Everybody in Chicago ain't no dumb shit. Everybody in Chicago ain't on study letting you violate their family or their kids either. So you know what I mean? It's like, man, Charles White need to chill, man. Because somebody's gonna really, he's putting himself in a position where he's hated, man. He's starting to, his content not even, it used to be funny. It used to be entertaining. You know, I used to be able to sit back and watch it. My wife used to watch with him. She, oh man, he's a funny dude. I actually like him. But now it's like, it's not even entertaining no more. He's taking it to the point where it's just disrespectful content to get the views, and he goes overboard. I mean, and the people down there in Fort Worth, they like, man, Charleston's actually a good dude. But when he get up on his internet, he put this, this image or persona, whatever you want to call it, and he goes beyond respectful, man. It's like, man, and Bo Deal, man, when I tell you people, that brother's he's a real dude. He's genuine, he's respectable, and he's respectful to others, but he also will go in your mouth. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, you gotta start taking men for what they are, men. Now it's pure ignorance and disrespect, totally, man. It's like, man, you can't keep violating people like that, man, and then don't expect. And now you used to see Charleston traveling around the country, going to different cities. And man, I was like, man, he's standing on what he speak on. But now he's limiting his traveling because, you know what I mean? It's some people, man, that'll try to get at him. The game is chess, not checkers. When Shy listening to Fort Worth, you're right. It is chess, not checkers. But you gotta. Some people say fuck the chessboard altogether, and man, come holler at you too. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you gotta. And man, I agree with some of the stuff Charleston White says, and I respect a lot of the things he did. Man, he's changed a couple of laws out there. You know what I mean? I've seen him. As soon as young boys get out of jail, he takes them shopping, gets them set up back in school, and everything. He don't do everything wrong. In real lifetime, he does a lot of good things, but he gets on this camera and goes a little too far, man. And it's like, man, he's calling out a couple of the dudes, man. You got that right. Yeah, it's like, man, you calling out a couple guys that really will, man, violate you if the opportunity presented itself, man. Because Bo Dill is a real honorable, respectable dude, man. And I'm speaking up on him, and he's from the so-called other side. You know what I mean? he's riding up under that 5-point star on the moon. But you got to respect men for what they do and how they carry themselves. He's a real grown man that's actually out there in the trenches with these young boys, trying to get these young boys to do something different. And it's like, man, you can't discredit that, because Fort Worth is different from Chicago. Charleston White was riding around last night. Y'all can't do this in y'all city. I'm going to this gas station by myself. I'm going to this store by myself. I'm stopping my car. Yeah, you can portray a certain thing on this internet. Now, he went out to the suburbs, basically, where he can't freely jump out like that. You know what I mean? And you can't really do that in Chicago. And that's, you know what I mean? You gotta keep your head on a double swivel in Chicago. So, you know what I mean? Don't antagonize people to jump off the cliff to try to prove a point when you knowing the outcome of that type of stuff, man. So, you know what I mean? That's just not respectable, man. It's like, man, he's just doing a little too much. And it's like right now, Chicago's the easy target for everybody to just get some content on here and just talk crazy, talk the most irrational, disrespectful stuff that they possibly can. Because right now, these young boys in Chicago is making it very easy to be a target. But there's still some old heads, man, that represent and love their city, man, that'll come check you about it. That'll come talk to you or address you about it. Man, Fort Worth is big as hard. Exactly. Exactly. And man, Peter Arnold, what you know about Harvey, man? Man, my teenage years, bro, 147th in Winchester, man. 147th in Winchester, real shit, man. Right up there by Rosa Parks Elementary, man. Real joke. Like, man. But it's like, man, but Fort Worth, it's a dangerous city as well. You know what I mean? It's some irrational thinking cats there too. So you know what I mean? It's like, man, you don't want everybody to go. We don't want no city to city against each other. We don't want no town to town against each other. Man, we ain't trying to push that anyway to see who's the most steppers, who got the most steppers, who got the most killers. Man, the hell with that shit, man. We shouldn't be trying to push that especially for guys that's in their 40s and up. Charleston White is in his 40s, man. Like, come on, bro. You find your lane to you know what I mean, make your money, man. Make your money, you dig? We third in the USA. Check the world map. Nobody look up Fort Worth. No, Fort Worth is, man, that's real shit, you know? Or nobody look up Fort. Are you talking about Harvey or are you talking about Fort Worth, Peter? It's like, man, it's like dudes need this 87. Man, my grandma right there on 87th and Morgan, man, you know? Right there by Gresham. Yeah, it's like, man, these dudes, man, Chicago is the easy target right now, man. And it's like, man, they can't, their hands are tied to a degree right now, man. Them feds is moving around. And so, man, why you poking the bear hoping somebody jump off the fucking cliff and do something coming at you, and your first response is, I'm calling the peoples. I'm coming, man. You can't do that, man. That's not respected, man. That's like, man, I hope all the Chicago cats, man, just stay firm. Always stay 10 toes down. Keep your chest out, you know, spine straight, but don't let nobody send you off. Don't let nobody throw you off your square where you do some madness to, man. Put yourself behind them bars and, man, take you away from your family, man, because it seems like it's a lot of people throwing that bait out there for these Chicago dudes to jump off the cliff, man, and that's not cool, man. And I'm a Chicago representative no matter where I'm at. I'm in Baltimore right now, but man, I'm a Chicago representative, 35th and state by way of the Wild Hunters all day, every day, and I stand on that, and I love my city regardless of what, man. So it's like, man, I'm just trying to hope these brothers, man, keep their heads straight, stay cool, and man, Charleston White, man, leave some of these brothers alone, man. And if you're trying to really help, man, reach out to some brothers. And Bo Dill is one of the brothers you can reach out to, and he'll really lock in with you to do something to help this youth. Because the reality is, it's hard for the OGs to really maneuver their way in there to these shorties now, because it's so far gone where they don't want no leadership. They don't want no structure, you know? I'm saying on the world globe, Texas is Dallas and Houston and Charleston trying to get on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's like, man, he done, and he's actually he done made a name for himself. So he already in the door, but it seems like he done went away from what his little message was initially. You know what I mean? Initially, his message was the hell with all the rappers because they sending our kids off, they selling death and this, that, and the third. And now he done went right shit. The same thing you so called was fighting against. You portraying the same image now. You know what I mean? So man, you can't ride the fence like that. But apparently you can because the people love to see drama. The people love to see disrespect. The people love to see head clashes between men with the possibility of somebody losing their life behind it. Because he keep this gun in the camera. What he'll do to a person. He be hiding. Yeah, definitely. Shit, man, I don't mean you lose yourself as a damn man. And if you doing something that make you not be yourself, that's probably you can't control it. That's something you probably shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. That's always how I was taught. You know what I mean? So you can be high as hell, but if you can't shake it off when you need to shake it off, that's probably a high you shouldn't be getting high on. Just my opinion. You know. So man, just wanted to just put it out there, man, to let the people in the city know, man. Shit, man. We still out here, man. We still representing to the fullest, man. It's like real talk, man. There's still some Chicago brothers, some Chicago OGs that's gonna still stand tall and stand up for our city, right or wrong or indifferent. We're gonna speak up when we supposed to speak up. I'm not condoning none of these little drill cats, what they doing, how they knocking people off in the city, you know what I mean? Not condoning none of that at all. But still in all, man, I'm a Chicago representative, and I'm gonna speak up for my city when I see we've been violated for no reason whatsoever. So man, if this get reach the boat deal, man, keep your head up, my brother. Don't let that dude throw you off your square. And man, everybody, man, put some positivity out here, man. It's enough of the BS going on, man. We losing too many already, you dig? It's like, man, we don't need to lose no more, especially behind no internet. It's not that serious, So man, I just wanted to tap in and touch down with the people, man. Blue, you already know much love your way all the time. Peter Honor, appreciate the check-in, my brother. You know what I mean? Definitely do, man. Shit, keep checking me out, man. I've been trying to put some good content out here, you dig? Man, John Shaft, man, all of y'all, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Just putting something in the air, man, to keep my brothers from going, jumping off and losing themselves, So, man, everybody, man, I appreciate it, man. Check back in with your brother, man. I'll definitely be back. Like, subscribe, and share, people. Like, subscribe, and share. Y'all know what I tell them. You ain't got to respect me, but you will not disrespect me. And that's facts. Holla back, folks. We out.